Lila wasn't like other children from the moment she opened her bright, curious eyes. She experienced the world in a symphony of flavors only she could perceive. A freshly bloomed sunflower wasn't just yellow. It burst upon her tongue like warm, buttery popcorn, leaving a happy fizz in her chest. The deep green of the forest canopy tasted like cool, crisp celery. Sharp and refreshing sky blue was a burst of cool peppermint. Clean and bright, this extraordinary gift painted her everyday life with an invisible, delicious palette, turning a simple walk through the garden into a vibrant feast. Yet, this beautiful secret also felt heavy sometimes, a silent burden she carried alone. Unsure if anyone would understand the swirling tastes coloring her thoughts, school became a confusing landscape of clashing sensations. Mrs. Gable's strict red sweater tasted like alarmingly sour cranberries, making Lila wince and struggle to concentrate during lessons. The garish orange of the cafeteria walls had the overwhelming, sticky sweetness of overripe mango, sometimes making her feel slightly queasy. Other children chattered about games and toys, while Lila quietly savored the subtle lavender taste of her friend Sophie's gentle voice or the fizzy lemonade tang of her own laughter. She learned to hide her flinches and smiles, bottling up the kaleidoscope inside her, feeling increasingly like a solitary island in a sea of people who only saw, but never tasted, the world around them. The loneliness was a dull, persistent flavor, like unseasoned oatmeal. One crisp autumn afternoon, feeling particularly adrift, Lila wandered into the town's old, cluttered bookshop. Whispering pages, the scent of aged paper and dust hung thickly, a comforting aroma like toasted almonds. She drifted towards the art section, her fingers trailing over glossy covers. Then, a painting caught her eye, a swirling, vibrant abstract piece exploding with color. Without thinking, she whispered aloud, "Oh, it tastes like wild strawberry jam and fizzy sherbet." A gentle chuckle came from behind a towering stack of books. Mr. Willow, the elderly owner, emerged, his eyes twinkling like polished river stones behind his spectacles. "Wild strawberry jam and fizzy sherbet, you say?" He mused, his voice a warm, comforting flavor like cinnamon oatmeal. That's rather precise for Mr. Turner's chaotic masterpiece. Lila froze, cheeks flushing the embarrassed pink of cotton candy. She braced herself for disbelief or laughter, but Mr. Willow simply gestured to a worn armchair. "Tell me, child," he invited, his tone as inviting as hot cocoa on a snowy day, "what does this deep purple feel like?" He pointed to a rich violet swirl on another canvas hesitantly. Lila let the sensation wash over her. "It's deep," she murmured, her voice gaining strength, "like ripe, juicy plums, smooth and dark and a little bit mysterious." A slow, delighted smile spread across Mr. Willow's face. "Plums," he exclaimed softly. "I always felt it was profound, but plums, yes, that's perfect. You have a rare gift, my dear, a synesthete. You taste the colors of the world." Under Mr. Willow's kind, understanding gaze, Lila's world expanded. He became her gentle guide, encouraging her to explore her unique perception without fear. He'd bring her postcards of famous paintings, and she'd describe the flavors. Van Gogh's Starry Night Sky was a swirl of fizzy blueberry soda and dark, sweet blackberries. A vibrant Georgia O'Keeffe flower bloomed on her tongue like the sweetest, creamiest melon. He listened with rapt attention, his eyes reflecting pure wonder, validating her experiences in a way no one ever had. The heavy loneliness began to melt away, replaced by a warm, butterscotch feeling of belonging. The bookshop became her sanctuary, a place where her secret language of taste and color was not just accepted, but celebrated. Armed with Mr. Willow's quiet confidence, Lila began to tentatively share her world. One golden afternoon, sitting beneath the sprawling oak tree with Sophie, Lila watched a ladybug land on her friend's bright red jumper. "Your jumper," Lila ventured softly. "It tastes like the juiciest, Sweetest strawberry, Sophie blinked, then grinned. Not with mockery, but with fascination, really? That's amazing. Does my blue hair ribbon taste like blueberries? Lila giggled. The sound like fizzy lemonade, more like cool, fresh mint. Word spread. Slowly, at first some children were baffled, but others, like Sophie, were intrigued. They'd point to objects, eager to hear Lila's delicious descriptions. The intimidating sourness of Mrs. Gable's red sweater didn't change, but the fear of being different began to fade, replaced by a dawning sense of her own unique magic. Lila learned that her gift wasn't a barrier, but a bridge. A special way of connecting to the beauty vibrating just beneath the surface of ordinary things. A rainy day wasn't just gray. It tasted like clean, cool mineral water, washing the world. Fresh sunsets became grand feasts, streaks of tangerine sherbet, swirls of raspberry sorbet, and deep indigo patches like rich, dark chocolate melting slowly. She started painting her own pictures, translating the flavors in her mind into visible bursts of color, trying to show others a glimpse of her delicious reality. The world remained a place of sharp cranberries and sticky mango sometimes, but now it was also overflowing with buttery popcorn, sunshine, and cool, minty breezes. Years later, the town still remembered Lila, not just as the girl who tasted colors, but as the artist whose canvases seemed to shimmer with unseen life. Her paintings, vibrant explosions of hue, hinted at the hidden symphony she experienced sometimes, visiting Mr. Willow in his ever-dusty bookshop. She closed her eyes as the late afternoon sun streamed through the window, painting the dust motes gold. She'd savor the familiar, comforting taste of toasted almonds from the old books, the cinnamon warmth of Mr. Willow's presence, and the fizzy lemonade joy in her own heart. Her extraordinary sense, once a source of lonely confusion, had become her deepest connection to the profound, beautiful, and delicious mystery of being alive. A sweet lullaby sung just for her as the world softly hummed its colorful tune.